What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia?
Alright, how's it going? I am halfway through Missouri, and so far I'm not a fan of Missouri. It's a state, not as bad as Ohio, but I'm only halfway through it, so I stopped to take a break at a rest stop. This is the first rest stop I've seen in Missouri, and I'm halfway through. I had to go halfway through the state on this same road before I found my first rest stop. And it's not done. It looks like tearing it apart and rebuilding. So I had to use a porta potty. See them? Was pretty gross. I've been to music festivals that have been better than that. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. So I'm tired. I hit a wall. I stopped to get something to eat or make something to eat. I didn't get anything to eat. I made something to eat. I'm going to munch on some trail mix because my energy level is very low at the moment and I need some protein, so hoping this is gonna help. Not much processing today. I'm just tired and hot. It's not as hot as yesterday, so that's a plus. I left extra early this morning, so when I left it was 77 degrees. And it stayed that for quite a long time. And then it jumped up as I went west to like 93. I think it was 92, 93 was the highest I saw it get. And then when I got into Missouri, the temperature dropped again down into the 80s. It was like 88, 87. I think I even saw it down to 86 at one point. And I was like, oh, I must have got through the heat wave. I'm on the other side now. It's not so bad. It went back up a little bit. I'm back up to 90, but it's still not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday it got up to like 97. So I'm waiting for that dry heat. I haven't gotten there yet. It's still humid as fuck. It's not as bad as Maine, but it's still humid. So yeah, hope my Maine peeps are staying cool. Or by the time you see this, it'll be not today, but hope you guys stayed cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit longer and snack on my trail mix and wait for the protein to kick in so I'm not too tired to drive. I might need a nap. Not gonna lie. I might take a nap. I'm kind of tired. So I'll see what happens. I'll just put my curtain thing up and sit here in my car with the AC on for a little bit and see if I can take a little cat nap. Long enough for the trail mix to kick in, maybe. And we'll get back on the road. Bye, guys. Alright, we're on day 3 and we are in, where was it? Looks like it's gonna rain. So yeah, day 3. I think I'm gonna stay here for the night, or at least for a nap. We'll see. I'm gonna go explore a little bit first though, because pretty cool place. Check it. So this is a rest stop. And earlier, I saw little bunnies over here. Oh, they're still over here. Guys, do you see them? You see the little bunnies? They're still here. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Wonder how close we can get. Guys, bunnies. Hi, bunnies. Oh, you're so cute. There's 2 of them. Hi, little bunnies. They're so cute. Cute little bunnies. Okay, now that I'm done looking at the bunnies. Bye, bunnies. Go up here. Where does this go? I haven't seen any cars come down this. I'm not even sure where this goes. There's a trail. Let's go explore the trail, guys. We found stuff and things without an adventure. Guard of the Plains.
usually just post like a morning video and a nighttime video kind of thing, or a nighttime post and a morning video. However, I wanted to share something with you that has happened throughout the trip. It just happened, and it connects to the first day. So the first day of my trip, I started seeing a lot of signs. I've been seeing signs the entire trip. I see my numbers repeated. I see names, and I get impressions. Now, I see signs, and I don't think anything of it, okay? I'm looking around, I'm looking at the signs, but every once in a while, I will see a sign, and something will stand out to me, and it'll resonate. It'll, like, imprint, or I'll get a feeling about it that's not the same as when I look at other things. And if I don't take note, or if I question, I see it again, normally. So, for example, the first day, I saw the name Scott on a street sign. Scott's Boulevard or something. The last time this happened was at Fungi Fest. I saw Bobby's Way on a sign. And then I ran into a Bobby. Bobby's now on my Facebook. Hi, Bobby. And then I ran into Bobby the same day, or the next day, something like that, at Fungi Fest. And we had a really long, deep conversation. And it's not necessarily that the person that I'm being sent to is going to impact me, or I'm going to impact them drastically in any way, shape, or form, but it's more of a confirmation that I'm on the right path and that I'm following the signs. And maybe I do impact the people I come across. I do know that I haven't had a bad interaction with any of the people that I have been told I'm going to come across yet, so this has been interesting. So it happened again. So I saw the name Scott on a sign, and then I saw the name Scott again on something else, and I was like, okay, I'm paying attention, and I wrote it down. I've been writing down things that I see that resonate with me. So I wrote it down, the name Scott, and I put I put 2 Roman numerals next to it so that I remember I saw it twice, and I was gonna put more if I saw it again. But I think once I kind of get the idea and I take note, I don't see it anymore, because I took note of it. So fast forward to today, we're on day 3. I've parked for what I think is the evening. I'm not sure. I still haven't decided if I'm staying here for the night or not. I feel safe here. It's a good place. It's got security cameras, so I feel safe. But I don't know. I might just take a nap and drive in the dark because I don't really want to stop yet. But I'm tired. I want to drive, but I'm tired. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So I stopped here at this rest stop, and I'm in Kansas, by the way. And there's a trail behind the rest stop, and it's only like a little 1/4-mile trail. So of course I'm gonna go explore. So I went walking, and then just as I'm about to go up the trail, this guy that's been jogging up and down, he had stopped on his way by jogging previously and noted that I was charging my solar panel, was charging my power pack, and he asked about it. And I explained that my solar was charging my power pack because it was on the roof of my car. And he's, oh, that's cool, I gotta get one of those. And he kept going by. And when he was coming back down, I started to go up. And he was going to go up again because he's training. He's a jogger and he's training. So we were going up the trail, and he was explaining to me what the trail at the top, there's like a statue at the top. So he was explaining to me what the statue was, and he saw my plate, obviously. So he's all from Maine, yeah, and he's from Colorado, and we introduced ourselves. And I didn't really pay attention to what his name was the first time he said it, and he asked me my name, and I said my name, and he said his name, and I didn't like take note. I didn't pay attention. I didn't hear what he said. So we're walking up the trail, and we're talking a bit, and he's talking about what he does. He's from Colorado, and he's telling me that he's a competitive jogger and a storm chaser, I think is the other thing he said. And he was talking about asking me what I do, and I was, well, I'm a content creator, and I'm an energy worker, and I just place, I'm a sound healer. And of course, I don't think he understood what any of that was, but when I said content creator, it kind of sparked something in him, and he was like, oh, I was thinking about starting content creating. Actually, somebody was just telling me recently that I should do that. And I was like, yeah, it's not that hard, really. You just got to learn how to edit videos a little bit. And it's actually, you got to have the time. It's just time consuming, that's all. So we talked about that a little bit on the way up. And then when we get up a little ways further, he introduces himself again, and he asks me my name again. And I repeat it, Jasmine, sorry, because he didn't get it the first time, it didn't sink in. And he's like me, apparently, it takes a few times before we remember names and they sink in. And again, he said his name and it didn't sink. I didn't hear it. It didn't sink in. And we kept climbing to the top of the mountain. Hill thing is the hill. And we got to the top and he showed me the monument. It was very cool. And we chatted a little bit more. And then the third time at the top, he introduced himself a third time. He goes, okay, I'm going to ask again. He's sorry. What's your name again? Jasmine. Jasmine. He goes, okay. I just met a Jasmine last week. I'm like, no kidding. And then he says his name. And I go, wait, did you say Scott? And he goes, yeah. And I go, oh my God. And he goes, what? I go, you won't believe this. 2 days ago on my start of my journey, I saw the name Scott and it resonated with me. So I wrote it down. And then I saw it again. So then I reminded him I saw it. So and I said, and here you are, Scott. And he was like, are you kidding? And I'm like, I shit you not. And he's like, unreal. And then I told him that he could reach out if he wanted to get in touch about like tips on editing or content creation or anything like that. So so that was kind of cool that whole thing just happened. And yeah, it was cool. I don't know what else to say. It was cool. So stuff like that's just been happening the whole trip. Just seeing things, and then like later, like getting confirmations. Like I'll get the urge to want to stop at a certain place for the night, and then something will make me think that that's not a good spot. So then I'll go to look for another spot, and then I'll see a sign that tells me that's a good spot. So like last night I saw a car that had, like the make was Sedona on the back of it right before I turned into my campground. And that was like confirmation for me that that's where I'm supposed to go. So that was really cool. It's just some little stuff like that the whole trip. Just little signs everywhere. I've caught so many mile markers that say 11 or 111. I've gone on so many highways that have ones in them, like 1-1. I was on Highway 11 for like most of the day the first day. It's just been so much. I got anxious on the highway today. I was doing really good with driving most of the morning. I've gotten the hang of driving on the highway and it hasn't bothered me a whole lot. However, today I had like an anxiety, panicky attack thing happen on the highway. I'm not sure what caused it in all honesty. I think it was just because the heat was getting to me, and it was a lot of tractor trailer trucks I was getting stuck between a lot of tractor trailer trucks and concrete barriers, and I get very anxious when I get too close to concrete barriers. I'm not sure why. But like something about getting pinned between a concrete barrier and a tractor trailer truck terrifies me. So whenever I go between a tractor trailer truck and the concrete barrier, I get very anxious. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of construction because it's summer and there's a lot of tractor trailer trucks. So I had a lot of anxiety earlier today, and something happened that actually gave me a big wave of relief, because I keep getting the messages from my spirit guides that I'm protected and that I am being watched over, and that I have my ancestors and my loved ones' energy with me, protecting me. And when I got anxious, there was this tractor trailer truck I was kind of following a little bit, not to be creepy about it, but because they had Maine plates. It was a tractor trailer truck hauling white vans, and it had Maine plates on it. And it was the first time I'd seen Maine plates past Ohio. Like, I haven't seen Maine plates in a while. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's like a little piece of home. So I kind of like tried to stay behind that truck, but like in view. So I felt like I was safe for some reason because I was near another Mainer. I don't even know if they're from Maine. Like, for all I know, they just picked the truck up in Maine and they're not from Maine. But I saw the plate that said it was from Maine, so it made me feel good. So I kind of like stayed within eyesight, within a few like at least like 3 tractor trailer trucks lengths of that truck for the most part. And then I started getting like really bad anxiety, and I was like, why am I so anxious? I was fine yesterday, and I was fine most of the morning, but I was getting really anxious all of a sudden. And I don't know if I was picking up on the energy in the area that I was in or something, and that was what was making me anxious. But I was picking up on something, I was getting really anxious, and all of a sudden I looked and I realized that I was between 2 Maine trailer trucks. I had the one with the vans in front of me, and then behind me I had another one, and I looked and I saw that they had a Maine plate as well. So I was sandwiched between 2 tractor trailer trucks that had Maine plates, and then all of a sudden I just felt this big rush of reinforcements. I don't like, there's this relief, like I'm surrounded by this bubble created by these 2 tractor trailer trucks all of a sudden that are protecting me. And it took, like, I saw them and I just was like, and I just took a few minutes to like take a few deep breaths and just like recenter while I was driving. And then after like I took a few deep breaths and I was like, okay, I'm okay. They went round and then I was fine. And so yeah, it's just been, and that was the only time I've seen Maine plates today too. I haven't seen any more since. So I feel very out of place. When I was in Ohio, although it was the most boring state I've ever driven through, there was like an abundance of all plates. Like I saw plates from all over the place in that state. That must be a hub for transportation. Like people go there to go everywhere. But like once I got into Illinois, and then once I got into Kansas, like no, Missouri, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas. I forgot what order I drove in. Once I got further west, I saw fewer and fewer diversity in the plates. And then now in Kansas, it's mostly Kansas plates. I'm not seeing many other plates. Like, does nobody come to Kansas? So, yeah. I'm kind of just hanging out here. It's finally starting to cool off. I might pull my car over in this side, over here, like right underneath the cameras, because the security camera's right there, so I feel safer, so I might park over there. But yeah, those clouds, I'm not sure if it's gonna rain or not. But I enjoyed the driving. Don't think that I'm like pushing myself to get there as fast as I can and like wearing myself out for the sake of it. I actually am enjoying the driving. It's just tiring, that's all. I really do enjoy driving, and every time I see something and I'm like, oh, maybe I should turn off and check something out, I'm like, I'm enjoying just driving though. It's I got off the highway for a little bit, and that was nice today. It took me on a side road and for a little bit, so that was a little nice. I will say Missouri was kind of fun to drive through because it was like hilly and the views were beautiful, so Missouri was very fun. Ohio sucked. Illinois was boring as well for the most part. No, wait, was it Missouri? Yeah, Missouri was the one that was hilly. I can get Missouri. Kansas has been beautiful. It's very pretty. It's very like I went from going from metropolitan city to metropolitan city to metropolitan city, and now I'm just like out in the middle of East Bumfuck. And I love it. But we're not like too far because there's like a train right down over the hill that went by earlier. So yeah. Alright, this video is long enough. It's 18 minutes. I did not mean to make it this long. Alright, bye guys.